Good evening, and thank you for joining this week's Corner on Thursday, October 29th. We're just about through the month of October, but before we switch gears and head into November, we've got your Halloween weekend filled with sports up ahead to talk about. ECU will return to action. They kick off the fun on Friday in the nightcap against Tulsa. Now, a full moon is set to be up in the sky on Saturday night on Halloween, so hopefully it'll bring some extra added luck for the guys on Friday when they hit the field. This will be no easy matchup for the Pirates this week, and they come into the game fresh off their bye week. Tulsa hit the field hard last year here in Greenville against East Carolina for their final regular season game of 2019, beating the Pirates 49-24. Now, Pirate coach Mike Houston remembers the Hurricanes' size last year, and they're working to overcome that obstacle and really are not going down without a fight.
The thing is, it is what it is. They are a big football team. We've got to be ready to fight. We've got to try to match their physicality. We got to try to execute at a high level. We got to try to, do some things that maybe will give them some problems. So we'll see how well we handle that Friday night.
How about some ECU hoops? Both the men's and women's basketball team were picked 9th in the conference for the preseason poll on Wednesday. But in some brighter news, both teams picked up a preseason first team selection this year. For the men, junior Jaden Gardner was named first team All-AAC. Gardner was a unanimous pick by the coaches in the American. Now, as a sophomore, he earned second team All-Conference honors after he led the American in scoring and finished third in rebounding and fourth in field goal percentage. The list goes on, but how about we switch gears and shine some light on the ladies? LaShonda Monk was named the women's first team All-AAC squad. Monk is coming off an impressive 2019 showing as a Pirate, setting a record with 125 steals, finishing third in the NCAA. And she was honored as American Defensive Player of the Year. She's the first ECU player to ever receive All-AAC Defensive Player of the Year honors. On the high school ranks, two local football teams will face off on Friday night under the lights. Parrott Academy will play John Paul II Catholic School in what we'd like to call the Battle of Pitt County. JP2 is rolling at 4-1, impressive for their second ever season. Meanwhile, Parrott is 2-2 and not going down without a fight Friday night. With key players injured this season, head coach Matt Beeman has forced to roll with the punches and keeps on moving. Sports reporter Nolan Knight has the details of the game on our sports page, WNCT.com. And in case you missed it, over the weekend, offshore powerboat racing returned to Morehead City, this time on a much larger stage. The OPA World Championship was held on the Morehead City waterfront, featuring people from all over the world traveling in to race one last time of the 2020 season. If you missed the highlights and the details, here's a look at some of the sights and sounds. I don't want to spoil all the fun. You can catch the full video as well as the full list of 2020 World Champions on our website at WNCT.com under our online originals page. Speaking of champions, out on the diamond, the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2020 World Series champions. Now, like everything else in 2020, this one panned out as you might think a coronavirus-filled year would. Game 6 of the World Series was played Tuesday night, and if you followed along, there were some head-scratching decisions, including pulling starting pitcher for the Rays, Blake Snell, from the mound. Well, he was clearly riding a hot streak. Brian Bailey has those details in our sportscast, but what I want to focus on tonight is in the 8th inning. Rewind a bit. On Monday, the teams did their usual COVID tests. The Dodgers did not receive notification until the end of the game Tuesday during the World Series, during Game 6, that third baseman Justin Turner had tested positive for COVID-19. First of all, this left me questioning why the game was even played in the first place with tests pending. But the story continues. Turner was asked to leave the dugout after he had already played and been with his teammates, and the managers could have potentially infected them already. But he was asked to go self-isolate. He left the field. He did. But then he came back out onto the field after the game when LA won. He returned to the field with both, at times, his mask on and off, celebrating and posing for pictures with the team, like any athlete would. But at the time, he very well knew he had tested positive for the coronavirus. It was not a maybe I have it, maybe I don't. It was confirmed, and he was asked to leave. He went against his orders and now could have infected his teammates, and more specifically, who he posed with during a picture, manager Dave Roberts, who 10 years ago was diagnosed with cancer. I'm going to leave you with that thought. Do you think it was right that Turner returned to the field after he knew he tested positive for COVID-19? I want to hear from you. Tag me, message me on social media, email me, do whatever you need to do to let me know what your thoughts are. That will officially wrap up this week's Kelci's Corner. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Thanks for watching.